Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We all knew that eventually I was going to work on this car because, well, it's an old Italian car. It's going to be temperamental. But it sounds terrible right now. When you turn on the car, it sounds like a tractor. And at first I was stressing out. I honestly thought, there you go, engine's out, that's it, it took a shit, and I made the worst decision of my life. But now I'm thinking about it. We have a battery discharge light. I asked one of my friends, Bernard, who knows a lot about Ferraris. He told me it's not uncommon that the alternator will sound very bad if it did in fact fail. But first, I'm going to clean out the throttle bodies because it was kind of sticking as I was driving, which apparently is normal with these cars because it's all linkage and rods. It's no electronics on these cars. I'm just going to clean it out and then we'll jack up the car, turn it on, disconnect the battery. Let's figure out if it really is the alternator. And if it is, let's try to fix it. Alright, so throttle bodies are put back together. If the linkages are cleaned, I'm going to turn it on, rev it a little bit, see how that feels. And then once the engine is running, I'm going to press the clutch to see if the noise changes to eliminate if it's a transmission issue and stick to just the engine and the alternator. So, see how it sounds. Alright, the throttle body is actually 1,000 times better than it was before. So the battery is underneath the flip light on the right hand side. And it's pretty exposed because this panel was actually missing. I already knew about that. So it actually came in handy. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect the negative, which seems it's actually easier to do it from up here. And while it's running, if it dies, then we know the alternator is bad. If not, then we're gonna have to keep going. And on the side note, I have a missing fuse over here. I'm gonna have to look at the manual, see what that's all about. All right, it's gotta be the alternator. So I got the owner's manual, so let's go ahead to the accessory belt. And you can see the alternator is right there, should be on the left side, so we'll jack it up. That fuse that's missing looks like it's part of the brake system. I might be wrong, but I need to read this. But that's what it looks like over here. And lastly, this is just funny to me. I said in my first video I do not have power mirrors. Well, it's right there, so I do. In my defense, since when is it behind your door handle? It's kind of weird. Usually it's over here, or something like that. But anyways, let's jack up the car. Oh, my back. Okay, let's sneak in. All right, so alternator is right there. I'm gonna give credit to people like Tavares because I have no idea how you guys fix cars and record at the same time. I mean, also, I don't have a lift, so maybe, I don't know. But anyways, let's start getting to it. I brought some tools underneath of me. Hopefully I got everything I need, and let's do it. So first things first is the belt. Okay, nothing happened. How to loosen. All right, I have no idea. Gotta get out of here. Okay. So I'm going crazy thinking, why can't I take off the tensioner? And I think the problem is I'm actually missing something. I'm scooting my way downtown. This is actually what's kicking my ass. And I think the problem is right there. I don't know if you could see. I think there was supposed to be like a adjustment screw. And it's missing, and that's what's causing all this heartache for me right now. So what I decided is I'm gonna go for it regardless. Ow. Again, I don't recommend anyone to do this because I never loosened the tensioner, but like I said earlier, the tensioner is missing pieces. So let's see how far I can get. Okay, there we go. There we go. I can't actually take this bolt out. That's a very bad design. Belt is off. You really gotta disconnect the fuel thing? The main bolt is ready to come out finally because I took out this bracket, which was this guy right here, is holding these two lines. That was a little bit annoying to get to. The belt is off. I zip tied it so it could kind of stay in place. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. One hand. Okay, drop the bolt. Yep. And after a few hours, finally got it out. Whew. Damn, I'm dirty. All right. Honestly, shouldn't have been this difficult. It was just because my tensioner is missing a bolt, is missing a component. So I can't loosen or that. So putting it back on, I'm gonna have to manhandle it. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, I don't know. We'll cross that road when we do. So let's go to parts stores and see if we can actually find one of these. So unfortunately, finding an alternator for this car is not easy whatsoever. My best bet is actually mismatching. So find one from an older GM that is compatible, switch some parts around, and even that seems a little confusing. So I'm gonna need to take my time, do some research, ask around, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to end today's video, and part 2 hopefully will be soon, and this car will be up and running again. So thanks for watching.